Well, hello, folks. It's the crypto lunatic back bringing you little gems. Little gems is what I'm bringing you. And for people wondering who the hell is this guy and what is it all about and why should I listen to him? So let me just educate you on a few things. There's all sorts of influencers out there, and the ones that have the biggest following will do content like this, and the prices will pump because loads of people's watching it. So the odds are, if you're a couple of hours late watching content, you've already missed the entry point. So with the little channels like this, I used to find that finding little channels like this was where it was all at, because these were voices that not many people were listening to, and some of them had really good information that I could actually action. So today I'm going to bring you one of those such videos. And if you're watching this, then you may be lucky, you may be unlucky, because it's not financial advice, it's just commentary. And it's just me commenting on stuff that I've seen that has been talked about in the past, but has been since forgotten, folks. Since forgotten. The unpumped part of crypto. So while everyone else is watching Bitcoin and the big boys pump, there's little gems sitting there waiting. Now, some of them will be nothing. They might not come to anything, but we talk about risk reward on this channel. And today I'm going to bring you one that I believe has got a great risk reward ratio for you. And that is the Sinverse, folks. The Sinverse. Are you a sinner? Are you a sinner, folks? Well, if you are, then this video could be for you, because we're going to connect you with the Sinverse. So, for those that don't know, the Sinverse is a game. It's a game. It's a little bit like Grand Theft Auto, from what I gather, but it's been building, 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 building. So I can't tell you whether it is going to be anywhere close to that degree of playability or adoption, but that's what they're going for. They're going for the bad boys. They're going for adult gamers, folks. So without further ado, let's get to the reasons why I think this might be worth a tiny little punt, not financial advice. And for me personally, folks, only gone in with very, very small amounts. So almost nothing. Under £100, there you go. I'm actually just telling you it as it is. I do not invest much in these. I see them as lottery tickets, folks. But as far as lottery risk goes, well, let's have a look. Follow me into my screen. So here's a Sinverse. So people that know my channel know that I look briefly at things like tokenomics. So with the tokenomics of the Sinverse, as we will see here, so we've got the tiny little market cap. This is the big one, folks, except it's the big one because it's the little one. Anything below 10 million is tiny. It's tiny, tiny, which means that even a tiny bit of money into this could absolutely skyrocket it. You can see, looking at this, it looks like a scam coin over history. But crypto gaming is a very different ecosystem. And I'll tell you why. Because they have to build it, folks. They have to build it. And people have to trust that they are going to build it, and they have to get in early with the promise that if they get in early, they get big rewards. So that's the first thing, folks. That is absolutely the first thing. Tiny, tiny market cap. And here's another thing. Look, the fully diluted market cap is just over 3 million. And that means that 70% of the tokens are already circulating, which is great for a game that hasn't launched yet. As we say, we don't look, we tend not to take seriously anything lower than 50%, but for a game that's actually not bad tokenomics, folks. It's not bad tokenomics at all. So now let's have a look, see how active they are on social media, which is where we go. So, folks, the Sinverse. 57,000 followers, which is a reasonable amount. And look, what you'll notice with these is that they haven't been very active. They've not been very active. If you look down the posts, you'll see here that 2023 back in June. And then suddenly, look, suddenly now there's been a few posts they've piped up, which tells us that maybe they've been building, 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 and now they're ready to talk about it. Posts on the 7th of November. And it's the 13th now, folks. So That tells us that they're coming alive, folks. They're coming alive, that people are out there. You see 91 people have even reacted to it. So even though it's sat there doing nothing, people have been following it. So let's go to here. This is Sinverse. Let's look at the website. So the website tends not to give much away on stuff like this. There's a little video there. I won't subject it to you there. You can watch it should you wish to. Sinverse.com. Have a look for yourself. For the amounts I put in, I don't do any sort of detailed research. I just look at basic factors. And the biggest one, folks, is here. Those of you that know how I operate will know that here's where it's at, crypto rank. So Sinverse is currently sitting on 0.003. And what do I like to look at? Well, we know what I like to look at. We like to look at what did the big boys go in. These early adopters that go in because they get high risk, high reward. They get in early because the early adopters thinking that if they get in early, they get a very cheap price if it does take off. So look, let's go right down here to the very early seed round adopters. Got in for 0.01, which is currently minus almost 70%. The private round are down 81%. The IDO is down 84.9%, folks. People that got in at these early points are massively down. So they've sat there waiting for this to build, watching their money decrease, which means that you can get in substantially lower now than the big boys did. So there you have it. There you have it. The critical information is that people have got in early and they are up to 85% down, some of them. So you can get in substantially lower than anyone at the moment, which means that the dumping risk is reduced, which means it's high risk, high reward. And it means that tiny little investments of even $10 or $20 could get significant returns. So for people that don't have a load of money to throw into crypto and want to buy a lottery ticket, want to have a bit of risk, and want to balance it with reward, well, crypto gaming is good because it hasn't pumped yet. Nobody's talking about it at the moment. And I can tell you for certain that during the cycle, it will have its day. And when it pops, it really pops. Now, will Sinverse be a huge success? I don't know, folks. I don't know. The secret here is to be like a VC. And if you've got £100, then put £10 in 10 low cap cryptos like this. And if one of them takes off, you've justified your money. That's how a VC works, folks. It's how a VC works. So if you want high risk, high reward, and to think like a VC, you find 10 companies like this and you put in a tiny measured, tiny little risk one. And if one of them takes off, it's happy days. But Sinverse is definitely one of them, folks. If you can't be bothered to do your own research and you're looking for a long punt, high risk, high reward, tiny little low cap gaming crypto, then Sinverse is well worth taking a look at. And if you want more of my random updates, if you found this channel, it could be a gift, it could be a curse. But I like to think I'm a fairly straight shooter and I like to simplify the language of crypto, none of this degen language nonsense. So folks, if you think that you would want more of these, then do subscribe to the channel. Another little update there. And good luck on your crypto journey.